The American President Donald Trump is still pushing his aides to come up with some decisive military options against Iran, according to a report by the Wall Street Journal. The report says that aides at the White House and the Pentagon are drawing up an array of different options for Donald Trump to choose from. Citing U.S. officials, it suggests that the toppling of the Iranian government and strikes on facilities linked to the Iranian Revolutionary Guard Corps are amongst the options that are on the table. And further, the Wall Street Journal report states that Trump hasn't ruled out military attacks on Iran. However, it remains unclear about what the American president will ultimately decide. Last week, remember, Trump is said to have pulled back from the threat of attacking Iran literally the last minute, saying that he had been assured the killing of protesters had stopped and no executions were planned by Iran. With tensions simmering, both Iran and the United States continue to engage in a fierce war of words. Responding to a question about the assassination threats, Trump said during an interview that he had given some clear instructions to wipe off Iran from the face of the earth if anything were to happen to him. Now, Iran too has warned Donald Trump not to take any action against the country's supreme leader, Ayatollah Ali Khamenei. Now, speaking to Iran's Fars news agency, a spokesperson for the Iranian armed forces has vowed to set the world on fire if an attempt is made to harm the Iranian supreme leader by the Americans.
We do not pay attention to Trump's bluster. He knows that if any hand is raised to assault our leader, we will not only cut off that hand decisively and courageously, and this is not just rhetoric, but we will set their world on fire. We will strip them of any security and leave no safe place for them.
Earlier in an interview with Politico, Trump had described Ayatollah Ali Khamenei as a sick man and called for a regime change, saying that it's time to look for new leadership in Iran. The tensions between the United States and Iran have been pretty high since a violent crackdown by the authorities on protests that began over Iran's plummeting currency. And according to the US-based human rights activists news agency, the death toll from the brutal crackdown has reached at least 4,000 people. The number is expected to inch higher as information gradually continues to trickle out of a country that has still been under a blanket internet ban.